You voted, we delivered. Here is the 2025 charity bike. We're about to unveil it right now. Inmates house life behind bars, not these bars, these bars. It's okay. So today we're in the workshop. We can't find the time to do this outside office hours, unfortunately. So it's a working day. We've got a customer behind the camera as well, having his bike worked on by Tom. So if we go back a few months ago, we put a poll out there for you to vote for the bike that you wanted us to put in a charity raffle that you could buy tickets for. So out of that poll, we had like the top 3 bikes, the Royal Enfield Himalayan, we had the Ducati Pikes Peak, and then we had the BMW R1300GS Adventure, which you voted for. So this is what we've got here. Now, a lot of you have been buying the early bird tickets before we've even revealed it, but today we are revealing the bike. We've been doing a lot of work to it. The bike itself is probably up to about 33,000, 34,000 pounds worth of bike here. Do you know what? I'm just going to shut up and just pull the cover out off so you can see it. So the early bird opportunity has gone. That passed on the 28th of October, so it's now full price, $4.99 a ticket. Still a bargain, but nearly 3,000 of you managed to get those early bird tickets. So well done and good luck. Okay, let's go. Do you want to help, Tom? It's a really heavy. Really heavy. It's silk.
Are you going to whip it off?
People to see all my hard work.
Look at that. Right, so if you remember the first video that we brought out showing the collection of this bike, it was the white, red and blue, the trophy edition, so it's still that bike, but we've taken loads off it. We've put it on a diet. What we've done to it is basically what I want to do to my own GS Adventure. So I'm kind of hoping whoever wins this bike is going to take the cash alternative. There will be a cash alternative that I'll be offering if you don't want the bike. But if not, I will definitely be doing something similar to my own GS Adventure because we've now got it set up in a way that I would be more than happy to tour with it. So we've taken off the rear luggage rack completely, which gives it a nice slimline backside to it. That's how I like to have a bike. I don't like big boxes on the back of my bike. I like to put one bag and then I'm gone for 2 weeks. Straight on, clip, 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 and you're done. So we've taken that off. We've taken off the factory clear windscreen and all the big winglets and stuff. I know that's something which often a lot of riders want to try and keep the wind buffering off us, but this is all about this grand reveal looking really spectacular. I want it to look like an oversized SuperMoto on steroids. That's the kind of look I'm going for. Like just sitting on this beast, it's very different to sitting on a standard 1300 GS Adventure now. It feels a lot smaller. It feels like you can really throw it around. And those of you who have ridden a 1300 GS Adventure, you know it's a huge bike, but once you're on it, it doesn't feel that big. As soon as you're over like 4 or 5 miles an hour, it's very light and nimble, but now it looks lighter and nimble as well. So what else have we taken off? I've taken the handguards off. By the way, everything that we've taken off will be coming with the bike. You'll notice that the crash bars are off the bike as well. Seriously, who needs these crash bars? They're so damn wide, you can't filter with these bikes. Whereas now we've got the bike, you can filter with it. Because if you think about it, although the handlebars are just as wide as the crash bars, when we're filtering through traffic, or lane splitting as you guys call it in the US, the cars, obviously, as you're going through the cars, they're shaped like that, aren't they? You've got these doors and then it goes up like that. So the handlebars get through, but the engine can't. So now we've taken those engine bars off, you're going to be able to filter on this a lot easier. Plus, I think it makes it look a lot better. I think the only benefit of those wider crash bars on the GS Adventure is they're quite nice leg rests. The way it sits, you put your leg up on the engine bars. But they are coming with the bike as well, separately. But this is the look that I'm going for. If you're going to be off-roading it, yeah, you probably definitely want to put some lower engine crash bars on it. But if you're not, leave it like that, it looks fantastic. We've also taken the full stock exhaust off and we've replaced it with the titanium Akrapovic exhaust system, and then finished it off with the Akrapovic can, which then told me, well, let's give it a damn good spray job and give it the Akrapovic logo. Now, these aren't just stickers, these are all, it's a professional paint job. So you can't peel this off, okay? It's a proper professional paint job. Moving back to the exhaust that I wanted to put on this actually was the new BHP UK stainless steel decat header, which has been made by Cal at BHP UK. Now, we've got those on the website. We've got the titanium ones on the website, but as you know, they're a very steep price at around £1,700, whereas the stainless steel ones are a lot less. So check them out on the website, put a link down below so you can see those on there. We didn't fit it to this because the timing was just slightly off. Cal didn't quite have the first one ready for me, so we could get everything within the timelines of this charity raffle bike. But because this is the Akrapovic branding on here, I think it's only right and fitting that we have the full titanium system on there. Please take a look at those stainless steel headers, because what I really loved about them is that you see the lambda sensor you have on the factory headers, and you do and the same with the Akrapovic titanium. What he's done with his is put the lambda sensor inside the bend. So those of you who are going to be off-roading your bikes, because it'll work on the GS and the GS Adventure, you're not going to get rocks and stones hitting the lambda sensor because it's going to be tucked in here, but it just gives a really nice finish at the front. I really like it. It's a shame we couldn't get them on there. Yeah, so check those out if you want to make a bit of a saving having a decat stainless steel system with whatever exhaust can you want, whether it's Acra or whether it's a Jekyll and Hyde. We sell those too. And so just to finish that off, we obviously needed to put a map on there to get rid of the errors. So we've put a BHP UK map on the bike to get rid of the errors and obviously to make it run sweet because of the whole new exhaust system on there. But we also do a module by Rapid Bike Smart. That's on the website as well. A little bit cheaper, but it's not tuned by BHP UK. It's just a standard Rapid Bike module which gets rid of the errors too. Now with that map, we've also had the cold start removed. Because there's no catalytic converter on this bike anymore, we don't need the cold start, so it's not going to high rev as soon as you start it up. So that's been put on there as well. At this point, we still have not fired this up. There's no petrol in this fuel tank. We need to go and get some petrol, but at the end of this video, or shortly, you're gonna hear the engine running. We're gonna take it outside so you can hear it revved up. If you look at the color of the exhaust, it's not blue yet, and because it hasn't been run, obviously this is gonna start turning beautiful colors once it's running. Right, what else have we taken off? We've taken off the whole standard luggage rack on the back and we've replaced it with these. These are BMW parts. I'd much prefer these. So you can't put a top box on there. I can't stand top boxes, but we still have all the original bits. It's gonna come with the bike, all right? We've then got this really, really nice luggage rack, which is the same color as the seat. So it's got a real nice flow to it. This I really, really like. Now, because we had to change this, and you've got like luggage loops on here for attaching your bag, we also had to change the cover on the back of the radar so you get a nice rounded off finish. I really like the back of this bike now, because I think the back of the standard 1300GS Adventure, it's not the prettiest looking thing. Sorry if I'm offending some of you, but now we've got something which looks great. We've also taken off the rear hugger just to give it that aggressive look, but don't worry, you'll get it if you win this bike. Separate in a box. You can put it on again later if you wish. We've taken the foot pegs off and we've replaced them with the Gillies Enduro pegs. Now, Tom and I were kind of like debating whether to put the Adventure pegs on here, which I put on my previous R1250GS Adventure. We sell both of them here, but these are the foot pegs that I have fitted to my R1300GS over here. And they are really, really good. And to be fair, I think they look great on here. I actually do prefer them because they look a bit smaller and slimmer. Still very grippy. I'm not saying you're going to be off-roading this, but they are handy when they've got a complete hole in the middle. They're handy for tapping out the mud. But hopefully this isn't going to get plugged in mud. We've then got the Gillies brake lever on here as well. Really nice addition to the bike. And then we've done the same on the left-hand side with the gear lever. And we put the Gillies gear lever on the left side too. We've taken the factory indicators off, and I fitted these really beautiful Kellerman jet streams. Now we do two different types of jet streams. If you go back and look at some of my videos of the R90, I've got the jet streams on there which are not a DRL, but these are a DRL, so they're on all the time. And when we indicate, they scroll in a sequential style of indication. Now, unfortunately, these Kellermans are not plug and play. So although we sell them, and you know, I'm more than happy to sell them to you and ship them out to you wherever you are in the world. We've got plenty in stock. They're not plug and play. We've had to wire these up through the Kellerman's Inex. So the Inex is at the back of the bike under here. Just to give it quick and easy, this isn't a demonstration video or telling you how to wire these in, but you basically unplug your factory indicators. You then wire the factory wiring into the Inex, and then you wire your Kellermans, your other lights, into the outside of the Inex. It gets rid of all the errors, so there's no problems at all. And they're all adjustable, and we've got some B-roll footage I can show you now from a previous video to show you how you wire it all in. But if you need any help with that, please contact us via support@abikething or visit our FAQ center on our website. I'm probably mentioning this a little bit too soon, but for the past 10 months, I've been heavily working on AI in the back end of our customer support. So don't worry, we haven't got robots running everything here, but we have got AI helping us with our responses, learning from my brand identity. So if you go on there, you'll find there's a lot of help on there, but if you need to contact us, the AI is also responding to you as well, but we are monitoring those responses and fine-tuning them. But we do get in excess of literally 400 emails a day. That's just insane. So we need AI to help us on the business. Sorry, I'm coming off the subject of the bike, but just to let you know, we are here to help you and support you and to point you in the right direction of what it is you need for your bike. So I completely forgot to mention the whole sump guard. We've taken that off. It comes with it. Obviously, it's probably a good idea to fit it for extra added protection under the exhaust, but we took it off just because we like the look of it. I think it looks really good without the sump guard. I think I mentioned in a previous clip on Instagram that the bike that has inspired me is a bike that was shown at Garmisch in Germany earlier this year, called the Urban X. So we've kind of like looked at that, and we don't want to replicate it, but that's kind of like where we've got our inspiration from. We've also taken the wing mirrors off, but I think it'd be advisable to fit them back on again. We have got a radar system on this bike, so by plugging them in, you're going to be able to obviously have your radar mirrors back on there again. But this video is all about revealing a look of a bike that we wanted, and I took the handguards off everything, but you get that with the bike as well. So then coming on to the paint. So this paint, a few people have had sneak peeks of this, customers coming in. This paint is actually a BMW colour. It's BMW Acid Green. We'll take it outside in the sunlight because the sun's just starting to come out, so you can see this actually in the sunlight. We haven't seen it in the sunlight yet either, actually. So Acid Green, all of the decals are under the lacquer. So R1300 ABT rather than GSA. And we've got sponsors graphics on here as well. We've got RNG, we've got Hex Easy Can, we've got exposure lights, we've got sw-motech, we've got Gillies. It just looks fantastic. We've talked about what we've taken off the bike. Now let's talk about what we've put on the bike. So mentioning RNG, we've put an RNG headlight guard on here, which is what I've got on my own GS Adventure. And we've put RNG headlight guards on the fog lights. But we've also we've wrapped the actual headlight units behind here with a yellow film. You can take that yellow film off if you wanted to. Obviously, I just mentioned the Kellerman lights to you and how we've wired them in through the Inex, but obviously we've put on the Kellerman jet streams on the front and we put them on the back. And as you can see on the back, they're really cool because you've got the red run light, little red dots. They go against everything I talk about when it comes to safety because they're probably less visible than the factory BMW lights, but they look so good. So I really like them. By the way, we've got these on the website, links down below. But then moving on to the exposure lights. So this is the bit that has really excited me. What we've done here with the EX4s is what I've been dreaming of doing since the EX4s came out. I really wanted to put them on my bike straight away, but I thought, no, we're going to do this on the Raffle Bike. So I can see this being extremely popular. People are going to be wanting to have this. Now, I've actually had these lights in this position on these mounts on the website for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and people have actually already been buying them. You can head over there right now, and I've even got a picture of this bike on there, and a lot of people I don't think have noticed. So this is the EX4 here, and what we've done, and they're on the website and they're in our bundles, is we've got the sw-motech luggage rack on the side. We sell this as a pair on the website and in the bundles as well on the R1300GS Adventure, where you pick the EX4s and then you can pick that as a mount if you want it. So they're on the side using the stud and the swivel washer kit that we do for the EX4 and the EX2. You don't have to have EX4s if you wanted to buy them, you could buy EX2s. But I really wanted them here. I think it gives this real Judge Dredd look about the bike. Yeah, nice. I've programmed these to come on at 10% with the bike as a DRL, and then they go full beam to 100%. Really, really good, really, really good. I don't know how they're going to perform out on the road yet because we haven't ridden this bike on the road, and I won't be because it's not registered. Don't forget, this bike is brand spanking new, unregistered. The winner of this bike will be the first registered keeper. Unbelievable, such a great deal. Please note, if you do buy this R1300GS Adventure bundle, the EX4 bundle with the sw-motech side carriers to mount them onto, just please note, Tom's gone to a lot of effort to cut the plugs off and thread them through. We've actually drilled holes through the side of the bike, straight through, and reattach the plugs, so it's the neatest possible install. You can, if you want to, not cut the plugs off and not drill holes in your very expensive motorcycle, but it means you're running the wires back a bit further and they're going to be a bit visible. It's not ideal, or you could have them draping around here and coming up. It's not the best install, where this is a bit more of a factory look about it. Like, that just looks great. Those of you out there with D7 Pros on your bike or Lone Rider motor lights, which are becoming a bit of a common look on the road for GSs, this is definitely going to be, I think, a bit classier. You've got CNC machined, billet aluminium, 7-year warranty. The lenses are like jewels. It's just absolute quality, and the exposure lights work so well. I've just been out in Kielder Forest in dark skies riding with my Radial 3s, which aren't even as powerful as these, and they are just incredible lights. They are the best premium light out there for motorcycles in the world right now. So moving on to the tyres. This brand is a German brand called Heidenau. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It sounds like they make quite a good beer as well. I can just imagine myself in the bar. Pint of Heidenau, please. Anyway, Heidenau tyres, again, inspired by the Urban X GS Adventure that was at Garmisch this year. I saw them, zoomed right into one of those photographs and said, Heidenau, right, let's find them. Where can we get them? So, and we can get these for you as well. By the way, this is something I've been dying to do because I have access to tyres at cost price. I know I can buy them in cheaper than I can buy them anywhere else in the UK through any dealer, but to make it work, we need to try and do something on the website where we can start drop shipping tyres. But I don't want to be a tyre person, like fitting tyres. That's not going to happen here. But we can get hold of these. So if anyone's interested in these hiding our tyres, drop us a line and we'll see what we can do. We just had literally a 5-minute break, and the customer behind the camera actually told me to put this bit in. Yeah, do you want me to mention your name? Dave. Dave from the Wirral. I'll put my accent on, but I can't. Anyway, right, so he just mentioned, obviously, because the paint is so damn good. So I don't know how well this is going to come out on camera, but they are stickers, but the way they've been put on, and then the lacquer and everything, you can't feel them. You can't feel that at all. So it's like it's painted on. It's a very, very nice finish. And on that note, Tom just reminded me to give a shout out to Race Paint UK. They gave us a very special deal on this paint job because they knew that the profits from the tickets will be going to the charity, Derbyshire Blood Bikes. We also took off the standard badges and put on the white and black badges. We sell these here. Now, though a lot of you have been asking me over the last year, emblems for the R1300GS Adventure, we did make something which I put onto my own personal GS Adventure, but it just didn't work out because that is the fuel tank. We can't be drilling holes into the tank. So we made a cage, but we only had one access point here, and we tried to stick it on, well, like one locating point there to mount it. It just wasn't viable. I knew that if we were to launch that product, it was going to fail and you would be sending your emblem kits back, and it's quite expensive to get that off the ground. So we didn't do that. So no emblems on this bike, I'm afraid. As I mentioned earlier, we've taken the rear seats off and we've got the luggage rack. Don't need to go into that with you again. This is a BMW part, very hard to get hold of. We might start stocking this on the website if we can get our hands on some. So it's always worth checking out our website, R1300GS Adventure, pick the bike, look for luggage options, that kind of thing. And if we've got them, then great. So we took off the big factory windshield. That still comes with the bike if you want it. It comes with the bike. So you can take this off and put that on there with the winglets and everything. We got little black bungs to fill in the holes and stuff, thanks to Tom. Where did you get them from, Tom? Can't tell us. People are going to ask. Amazon. Little black bungs from Amazon just to fill in the holes. Now we could have filled these holes in and then painted over them, and that was an option that the painter gave to us. But we thought some of you might want to go out and get the winglets for it to give you more air protection. It's just going to ruin the look of the bike. But I really wanted a nice black tinted screen on here so we can protect the TFT and the Chiggy AOI 6. So this comes with a Chiggy AOI 6 Max, fully integrated with the bike, works with the Wonder Wheel. So if you've got an Android phone or an Apple phone, this is going to synchronize straight up to it, and you've got access to whatever maps you want. So those of you who watch our other social channels on Instagram, TikTok, etc., you'll know that we put a video out there recently showing a 5-day-old bike which came to us with the new central locking cradle. Now, unfortunately, we missed the opportunity of that on this bike. So I'm sorry about that. So I hope it doesn't put you off the bike. So it's still a case of use the key, off it comes. But if you've missed that, you're going to start seeing more GSs out there with central locking to hold the nav in place. It's really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to that on my next bike, because I think I'm going to get rid of my GS soon, because I've just bought another new bike, which that'll be in a video coming shortly. But I'm not getting rid of my GS. I think I'm just going to move this on and buy another new GS, just so I can have a powered cradle, really. Now, since that video we did on our other socials of the powered cradle, we've had so many people comment asking us, can we retrofit them? At this point in time, I have no idea. My own dealer doesn't even know about the cradle itself. So once we find out if it can be retrofitted, yeah, of course, we'll be able to show some footage on that, and we'll do something online. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss that. But my feeling is, it's all part of the canvas. It's a bit like if you buy a 1300GS with a radar, if you try and disconnect the radar, you get errors and it can't be programmed out, unfortunately. It's like the bike was born, intended to have a radar with it. And I think maybe the central locking, it's all on the canvas. It's born with the intention of it having that on there, which means you can't retrofit it. But I don't know for sure. We will find out and we will let you know. So with the whole new luggage rack on the back and the new grab handles, I love this. This is all really Tom's doing because I'm busy on other projects and stuff. And I said to him, look, just do what you need to make this back end look as good as possible. But we obviously need some handles because it's a big bike to lug around. And then I just found out, only today actually, that this piece here is also a new replaceable part from BMW, because on the standard factory finish with the other luggage rack, which we've taken off, it's got a different finish here, which kind of scoops up, I think. Anyway, the point is, we put this new piece on here from BMW just to finish off the tail. Right, Tom just wants to add something because I wasn't aware of this. Go for it, Tom.
So when I fitted the grab handles, they are designed to work with the factory luggage. So as you can see, I've had to put spacers in just to take up the slack. That way you can get the handles on without having the luggage. But yeah, it's just something that I had lying around in my bits and bobs drawer to make it fit.
Just make sure his voice comes out on the mic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's why I kept following you as I come around the back of the bike. Right,
otherwise,
okay.
you have to put your luggage back on to run these handles.
Oh.
Okay, before we take this outside for the sound test, I need to get some petrol in this as well actually. I just want to thank Wollaston BMW. If it wasn't for Wollaston, we wouldn't be able to do this. Okay, and what we're doing here, it's not just about someone winning this bike, it's about the charity. We are putting all of the profits from the tickets to charity. So by the time I've got all of the tickets, hopefully we're going to sell all 20,000 tickets. Please, you guys can help us make this happen. We'll then net off the price of the bike and the bits that we put on here, and then all those profits will go to charity. It's not going to take much for us to do this, but ultimately one of you is going to win this bike. Okay, now the timeline of events between now and the 28th of November, when we actually do the prize draw, just want to cover those dates, because on the 1st of November this bike is being trailered to Chesterfield and it's going to be on stage. I think it's going to be on a stage, but presented to everyone who's attending that charity event. We've got James Toseland, world superbike champion. He's going to be there. We also got Bruce Smart, Teapot One. He's going to be there, and loads of other people. Shut up. I said Teapot One, and he said, who's he? And loads of other people helping to raise money for Derbyshire Blood Bikes. So you're going to see this in the flesh there. Now, those of you watching this thinking, oh, I've got time to go down to a bike thing and see the bike in the flesh. Don't just pop up because it might not be here. We have got a bit of an agenda to get this to certain locations for a week. So I'm going to try and get this to Wollaston's in the first week of October, which is like this week, tomorrow. It's going to be there for maybe 5 to 7 days, and then we're going to take it to other places. But if you're tuned into our Instagram, well, then you're going to know exactly where it is. And I'll probably update the actual raffle page as well, saying where it's going to be on certain dates if you want to go and see it in the flesh. We're going to put a QR code on the bike somewhere. All you're going to have to do is just scan that QR code and you can buy a raffle ticket or more. Okay, we got it all fueled up. I've literally just done that off camera. Let's take it outside and fire it up so we can hear it. So as you can see from the exhaust, the color of those headers, this has never been fired up. So you are literally seeing this at the same time as us. Right, now it's outside. The color is stunning. Look at it. It's fantastic. So nice. And I really hope you don't mind, whoever wins this, but I am going to have a little ride on it, but keeping it on my land. We're not going to go off onto the road because that would be illegal. Right, so let's turn it on. Let's listen to this exhaust. Now, you're probably going to see a bit of smoke coming from it, but that's because it's a brand new exhaust and it's never been run before. And obviously you've got to allow for the sound, might not be spot on because sometimes they need running in a bit. Right. Okay, that sounds pretty awesome. Now, if you noticed, there's no cold start. I did mention earlier on, we've had the cold start deleted. It's not needed. Okay, ready? That sounds amazing. I love it. I love it. That sounds so good.
Oh, it is smoking.
That sounds incredible. So good. So I was revving it a little bit there because I was focusing on bringing the windscreen down. I didn't like it in the up position. It feels really good. So I can already hear that exhaust is mellowing down a bit. It's not as crackly and as poppy. It just sounds really sporty. I love it. I really love it. Whoever wins this, please, just let me give you the cash. I'll keep it. Yeah, one more go. Okay, that's as much as I can tell you about this bike right now. If you want it, you've got to buy a ticket. The early bird tickets are over, sorry, but £4.99 is still a bargain. I would grab one ASAP, grab 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, please, you know what to do. The link down below in the description will take you through to the charity page where you can buy your tickets. Also, we've got a link down below to the charity event on the 1st of November. Be great to see you there if you can make that as well. Yep, because don't forget, James Toseland and Teapot One will be there, so it'd be great to meet them in the flesh as well. All support is very welcome. Good luck, everybody, but in the meantime, stay safe behind bars, not these bars, and one of you will be behind these bars. See you in the next video.